Hello, hello, and welcome to Learn to Read and Trade Any Market. Lesson number 4. As I promised, lesson number 4 will be the funnel process. And by your host, Panagiotis Diamandopoulos or Takis. Let me hide this. Okay, so let's start. What is the funnel process? Before we start let's read the risk warning. Trade the volume waves offers general trading advice that does not take into consideration factors such as your trading experience, personal objectives, goals, financial means, or any risk tolerance. Keep in mind that past performance is no indication of future results. So let's start. Before going to the final process, let me remind you what is this video series in TradingView. Okay, it's short video lessons trying to explain the whole process of reading a chart using price, location, structure, volume, and with a single tool, weights, wave with speed index. Apart from that, we're going to learn money management and trader psychology. So the target of this video series will be to help traders to identify why did this move happen? Why did this price move like that? What should my risk be? Where should I place my stop and target? These are lessons coming up in the future. What should I do to be successful? And let's start with our today's lesson, lesson number 4, the funnel process. So what is the funnel process and how to apply it? You should look at it. It's a process that you need to filter out what to trade. So as you probably figured out by now, by my posts and my videos, I'm a Forex trader. So I got about 21 pairs on my platform, which I will quickly analyze and figure out which ones are tradable, because not everything is tradable every day. Okay, so this is called the funnel process. So let's see what basically this is. The funnel process is like, it's a principle when you start looking at the forest, okay? And then by using specific criteria, you're trying to focus on the trees. And then with additional criteria, you end up focusing on the leaves of the trees, which basically, it looks something like this, okay? It starts wide, the forest, then the narrower, the specific trees, then the specific leaves. So what are we going to trade? So basically, at the top, you got all your pairs, the forest, you got 21 pairs, stocks, indices, whatever. Then you're trying to focus on some of these pairs, okay? So you're looking at these trees now, okay? Specific trees. And then at the end, you try to place an entry on some of these trees, and this is your specific leaves. So let's look how to apply this funnel process. Okay, we're looking at the pairs. So how do you want to get some of them out of the picture so we start not analyzing? Well, using weight with speed index tool, okay, we got the waveline, okay. We will pick the ones that the waveline looks nice and it's not a mess, okay. For example, we started in this case with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever pairs, and then by looking at the waveline, we focus that the waveline looks nice on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, all right. So what do we do next? Next, for these 7, we start drawing support, resistance, and Fibonacci levels to look at which of these pairs are at these levels, because we're not going to trade just anywhere, okay? We need to be at the price location. So let's say that we figure out that out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are at these levels, okay? So we are drawing these levels. We are figuring out that these are these levels. Sorry about my dog barking. Then we need to find reasons to enter on these pairs. So we will look on some criteria, on some Plutus partners or abnormal speed index or volume art. And let's say that out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs, we see this criteria on 2, okay? So this is where we will place our trade on these 2 pairs, and we will place them on a break of a significant level. So apart from all this theory here, okay, let me show you how this is done in practice on TradingView. So let me switch on TradingView. Okay, so basically I will switch to a 1 hour chart, which this is what I usually do for entries. So let me show you some pairs which we will scratch out. For example, I will press Euro USD. Okay, look at this. This is a bit of a mess. Okay, up and downs, up and downs, up and downs. It doesn't look good. Okay, also the volume wave, that's another situation where you should be avoiding when the up volume waves and the down volume waves are similar in size. And this is a situation we got here. Okay, so we avoid this situation. Let me show you another situation to avoid. Okay, still on the 1 hour chart. So Euro USD is out of the picture. We're not going to trade it. Then we're going, for example, on whatever GBP CAD. Okay, look at the chart. It's a mess. Okay, look at the volume waves. Okay, not tradable. Bye bye. This is also bye bye. Okay, next chart. Let's look at the one below. So this is GBP JPY. Now, this chart looks better, but we are in a ranging environment, and the waves again are similar in size in some of these cases. So it's something to look at later on after the exit from this big range, this one. Okay, what else? GBP USD. Similar situation, a bit nasty here. Okay, wave sizes about the same size. Okay, so we avoid that too. So we start eliminating what are we going to trade. Now, let me go to one pair which I saw and it was tradable, and I will show you a bit from the history and the beginning. Now, look at this pair. Okay, that's Euro New Zealand. Look at the waves, look at the lines, okay? We are in an uptrend and the blue waves are higher than the down waves. So this is a clear, nice chart, okay? Now, first of all, let's see if we were not in this case at the uptrend and we were somewhere down here on the down move, all right? Well, let's say that we were on the down move, okay? And what we do is, since we're coming down nicely, we will examine this pair, okay, because this is a potential pair for short. For example, if we were here and we were coming down, it was a potential sell for short. But before we do that, as I said, the next step is to go to start drawing support resistance Fibonacci. But this is done on higher time frames, okay, because this is where resistance it's much stronger, or support is much stronger, or Fibonacci much stronger. Why? Because it's more volume there. More volume is gathered. So I will switch here, for example, on the weekly chart to see what is this location. Weekly, all right. Okay. So as you can see here, this down move, okay, was a previous support point, okay? So this is what I marked. All right. So since we are in an uptrend and we retraced, let's see if it's also something else. What else can it be? Can it be a Fibonacci also? Fibonacci from here, it's not definitely. Okay, it's a Fibonacci from here. Okay, whatever. It's also a support, which is important. So right now, since I drew and I found that this location right here is very important because it's a previous support level. Okay, so this location is very important here. So right now I will switch, or let's look at it also on the daily. Okay, that's the daily. Okay, very nicely. Okay, we got a nice pin here. Okay, but we said that on the daily and on the weekly we don't see the details. Okay, for example, you never saw this down move. Okay, even after this huge up wave, you would think that this will keep going up. Sorry, that's not the case. With down waves, we went down. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that the higher time frames do not show the details. So right now we're drilling down to lower time frames. Let's see what's happening here. So we found out that this is tradable. We looked at the correct location. Now we switch to the 1 hour. Okay, and the 1 hour hit of support for the first time. It was down here. Okay, we were coming down, so it was down here. So what do you see after this hit? Look at the first up wave. Look what is left. Okay, this is not an up wave. It's hard to move up. So this is the highest up wave after many waves, and then nothing. So we start going up. Okay, so I would trade only long. I will not trade the short signals. Okay, but then, okay, we need to retest the level, and look what happened. Okay, we come down again. We retest again. The blue becomes large and the red start become shorter, okay, and not the same size, so it's more blue. Now, even if this could, look at the blues. Now, if this could be a bit of a mess for you, there is a trick to do. To make it clearer, what's the trick? The trick is you just shift one time frame up, and this will be the 4 hour. So let me shift to the 4 hour. Let me mark this area first of all. Let me mark this area with something, with a circle, for example, here, okay? And I will switch to the 4 hour, and let's see how better the chart would look like. Look at this. So after this down move, we knew that this was a support. We're trying going up. Look at this up wave, okay? Amazing up wave after a huge down wave. All right, so this is immediately will tell you the chart looks very nice, all blue, and this will give you your entries. Okay, the 1 hour will give you your entries on the pullbacks very easily. Let me go to one more pair. What do I have in mind here? Do I have another pair? Well, let's look if there is any other pair to look at. Let's look at odd USD. Okay, so we look at odd USD. Okay, now the waves, they don't look bad. Why? Because the blue are higher than the red and the price is going up. And when the red is higher than the blue, the price is going down. Okay, so now we have reached a level. What level is that? We don't know. So first thing to do is switch to higher time frames. Let's go to the weekly. Okay, so basically we are approaching, we have not reached yet, we are approaching a support level again. Okay, since we have not really touched, let me go to the 1 hour. No, sorry, not the 1 hour. Let me go to the daily. Okay, this is the daily. Let's draw the level. Okay, that's the level. You see, we have not really touched yet, so I will not do anything yet. But the chart is telling me that we are still in a bit of a mess here. Okay, even though I shift to the 4 hour, I'm having up waves, but the price is not moving up. So we might be seeing buyers, but it's not ready to come up yet. So I would wait to get there. So this is not tradable for me. What else? Let's look at one more. Do we have time? I don't think we have time. So the final process is get your waves correct. Okay, that's another one, which looks nice. Okay, let's do this fast. So basically, okay, it's a bit of a mess, but we have a spring down here. So let's first of all, let's look at the weekly, and this is what? Okay, this is a Fibonacci area, okay, down here that we saw, okay, from here to here. It's a Fibonacci area very nicely. Okay, let's look at the daily. Okay, this is the touch. Okay, that's the daily Fibonacci. That's the touch. So right now we're coming to look at the charts. As you can see, we're coming down. Okay, we hit. Now we will examine if after this pullback price will start coming up. Price did, but we will examine if we were back testing. So switch to the 1 hour. Okay, where is the hit? Okay, look at this. The hit is here. Okay, last hit is here with very small waves though. Very small waves. That means that's probably a fake move. So if we're going to break this Fibonacci area, we will need to go down with volume. So and the next volume wave is up, blue, and the blues are getting higher than the reds. Okay, Of course, we're going to find some resistance and probably retest. That's your resistance.